I can hear him.
I'm here.
Right,
No,
hopefully.
stay there.
Oh, of course it's not lined up. Right, bear with me.
No. Oh.
Which one will it be? Discord. I need to change.
So who wants to give the report?
Hold up. Let's get to it. Don't jump the gun. Right. So Sir Tom.
I
Andy,
think it should be me. No, I don't.
Yeah. Always trust the Kender to do that kind of business.
No, always trust the Kender. Always.
Tried to fucking elf. Had a threesome. I tried to fuck a dragon. What else
In
do you want to know?
In debate.
There we go. Right, come on then, gentlemen. Let's put our foot down. So last we left you, gentlemen, you were approaching Castle Kalaman. You'd managed to fly ahead of the rest of the forces that went into the Northern Wastes. Darrett told you to go and report. You'd got back to the continent. There was a bit of a confrontation. You managed to rescue a Dragonel when you made it back to the city of Kalaman. As you walk through the streets, Andy's gone. As you walk through the streets, it kicked Andy off Discord. The city is pretty much as you left it. It's a lot more apprehensive. There's a lot more concern, but people are still cordial, and it's business as usual as far as you can tell. And you make your way straight to Castle Kalaman. First order of business, gentlemen. Yeah. It's time for the mark game.
Yeah, and what flavour cordial is it?
It's go and fuck yourself flavour cordial.
Okay, right, okay.
Jason has gone with grapple. This one, very D&D themed. I like it. Hello, Jason.
Hello. I'm going to take Groom.
I'll take Jason's lead. Groom.
Groom. He was on about his cat Groom in the other one. The cat.
I'm going to go with Waddle.
Loki's trying to get on screen as well. What do you want, Andy?
Mate. Is he look Waddle?
Waddle. Just you then, Sam.
Strangle.
Strangle. I was hoping Bish was going to be on. He sent me a mission. We went to Legoland, Windsor, yesterday with the children. It was set for Seth's 7th birthday weekend. He wanted a Spider-Man keyring, and it was a scrummage in the shop by the time we finished, because we made full use of it. Stayed there till 5 in the shops. We had to queue up to get in the shop, and they'd got X amount of cash each because Tess is doing well at school, so it was like, yeah, I'll treat you, which also means I get to build Lego with him, so it's kind of a backhanded treat. But yeah, if Bish, you do watch, I couldn't get you Spider-Man. It was just chaos in there, I'm afraid. Apologies. Have you been with the boys yet, Andy?
No, mate. No, they won't know what the wait till they're a bit older and
yeah.
And appreciate Lego because at the minute it's just bright colours and things with wheels that appeal to them.
It's a good day out. It's definitely for younger children.
Yeah, and in my life.
What Windsor?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'd say probably 11 at most, oldest.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. We're not sure if they're going to want to go anymore. Seth being 8 now, but
like about 5. That's a sort of good age to start going there. 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I just had to extrapolate my cuddly hippopotamus.
Okay, so as you arrive at the audience chamber. This familiar conference hall and its large round table have seen significant repairs since last you were here. Marshal Vendry and Lord Becaris sit at the table along with various bickering strangers who wear colours of Kalaman guilds. Opposite the door, a woman in simple clothes sits in the governor's chair, watching the proceedings with uncertainty. Marshal Vendry sees you and stands, surprise clear on her face, as there's now stunned silence. And after the surprise clears on Vendry's face, she instantly starts to smile. And she will say, "We thought you were lost." Council members, permission to adjourn this meeting. And at this, Becaris harumphs and says, "No," and he turns towards this woman in the seat, and he'll say, "Governor Thren, these are the people I was telling you about. I suggest we don't leave them alone. I suggest we hear their report right here and right now."
Actually, think that's a good idea for once.
So
I don't.
Do you agree with him?
The governor now, this new governor who he's identified as Governor Thren, she sort of clears her throat. A timid-looking woman, perhaps in her late 40s, very simple clothing, as the write-up suggests. She'll sort of clear her throat. And she'll introduce herself. She'll say, "Gentlemen, my name is Fuline Thren. I found myself in position of governor of the city of Kalaman. I agree with the honourable gentleman. If Marshal, if you wouldn't mind being seated again, if we can hear your report first."
Sorry, Dave, before we go on. So last we knew, the Marshal was running the city.
Yes.
So then we can safely assume that while we've been gone, there's been some form of election / governmental process that's gone on that's now elected this new governor into place.
Can you remember
And
the
the
last time
Marshals
you were
have
in this
stepped down.
room?
So we had a scrap, didn't we?
Was it with everyone
Everyone
was
was dead.
dead, and we had to get some sausage casings.
How long
Okay.
has it been?
It's been a while. A good couple of weeks, I bet.
Easily, yeah. Traveling time as well, yeah. Easily a couple of weeks, I would suggest.
So while all of this is going on, Dave, I'll be looking mostly at Thren and Becaris. Cal is a little bit suspicious. Are there any kind of like subtle hints or like unsaid like faithful? Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking, and then ask if I can roll the insight. I think that this Governor Thren is Becaris' puppet.
Yeah, I knew where you were going.
That. I was
Okay,
suspecting as much.
So, roll your insight.
Yeah.
Go on, son.
No, not great. It's a 13.
13. But Becaris now has a seat at the table, which and he's clearly established himself as a lord. Everyone else seemed to be bickering. Becaris was talking to the new governor, Governor Thren, as you arrived, and Vendry stood. As all attentions shifted towards Vendry, Cal, you were zoned in on the interactions between the two, and you could see Becaris lean over to Governor Thren, but his body obscured everything that you can see. So you're not sure if it was the fact that he was in her personal space that made a jump, or the fact that you're just not sure. But you did see her twitch slightly, but it wasn't entirely negative from what you saw.
And because I'm officially initiated as a mage of high sorcery.
Yeah.
where does that put me in the world? Like, are we respected? Are we feared?
It very much depends where you find yourself in the world. From your knowledge of Kalaman, they're pretty neutral. They don't.
White robes get on better with everyone than the others, though.
Yeah. So now that you've turned back up in your white robes and you're all ordained, if you like, you would imagine that you would be given a fair hearing and be respected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nordan will, because he can't keep his mouth shut, he'll first speak, and he will say, we do have a report, but there are only 2 sets of ears in this room that should hear our report first, and then they can disseminate that information as they feel necessary. And he'll point to the marshal and he'll point to the governor, and he'll say, the 2 of you should hear what we have to say first, because we have a lot to say, a lot of information to pass on, and there's a lot of preparation that needs to happen with said information, and it should not be public knowledge at this point.
Okay, interesting. So
I
to
heartily
this,
agree with that statement, actually. That'll piss Bell End off as well. Yay!
There's going to be more bluster from Bakaris at this point, as he will say, "What nonsense?
Karis
Nonsense.
didn't give you the floor. I hadn't finished.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
And given previous events that have happened in this room, I don't think it's the appropriate place for us to have this discussion. I feel a room elsewhere, more smaller and better guarded, would be more suitable, with a map preferably. He's basically, that bit was just blundered just so we could tell him to shut the fuck up.
Nice. I enjoy it. Let's have a roll at this point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to we'll have a game of rollies against Bakaris. Ooh, right. Go on. Roll the persuasion for me, please, Sam.
When I see him launch into something meaningful, can I give him a D4?
I rolled a, hang on.
Yes, smart.
Thank
You rolled 14 and your
I
D4.
Hang
Come
on.
on, so
You did, didn't
all
you?
is for
Oh,
you.
wait a minute.
Magical balance. So I'm going to
Magical
turn it into a 19.
Yes. Okay.
That's awesome ability.
21.
21. So
That's not bad.
at this, Bakaris sort of takes you all in and looks you over now in your white robes. The rest of you 3 would see sort of a shimmer around Nordan. Perhaps, I mean, it could be mistaken as just a reflection coming through the window, but he seems to stand up to his full height and momentarily glow.
To be fair, you all look badass right now as well.
Yeah. You hear? I'm not going to
white
include
robes.
it. Yeah.
White robes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not all of us wear white robes, but okay.
So I'm just for a little bit of flavour. You hear Bakaris sort of look down at his lap and say, "Supposed to call me Lord Bakaris, whatever." But Governor Thran, now you see a little bit of steel in her, and she'll say, "This is unorthodox," and she looks towards Vendry. Vendry almost imperceptibly nods, and she'll say, "Okay, I will allow it, but this office is new to me, and I am a woman that deals in transparency. So any information you do give, I will share with the others, as they are the guiding force for the city. If you still wish to proceed with just Marshal Vendry and myself, so be it, but just so you know, everything will be disclosed."
The discussion will go a lot more easier, and plans that need to be made will happen a lot easier in a smaller party. Dissemination is your job, not mine, but we need a concise small group, get the facts done, react, and move forward.
Okay. Agreed. In which case, council members, if you would give us the room. Takes a couple of minutes for everyone to huff and shuffle out, but yeah, you have the room with Governor Thren and Marshal Vendry.
When
I
the
will.
Karis leaves the room, Nordan will turn around to the others with a shit-eating grin on his face because he'll be well chuffed with himself. I don't think he's ever hidden the fact he doesn't like it.
I'm going to give a little salute to Nordan, and I'll say, well, I'm not the best orator. I'm going to go and stand out just outside the door as a guard to make sure no one's. I don't need to be there.
Vendry will say to you, "Stay inside, Arthas. There are guards outside." But
no problem. No, yeah, I shall stay. I'll sheath my sword, Dave.
Okay. So I'm so pleased. I had this as I was planning this session. I thought one of them is going to be clapped in irons because Bakaris is there. But we've skipped over that now, fortunately. So Vendry at this point will say, "Okay, gentlemen, report."
I wasn't ready for that bit.
She will. Well, in which case, I'll wait until you finish drinking. She'll say, "Well, last we saw of you, you were heading north with Darrett and 200 troops. Tell us what's happened."
So I'm going to ask you a question first, Dave, so we can report accurately. Do we know how many men Darrett had left?
Roughly half had died.
Okay, so he's got about half, so about 100 men-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Right then, lads. Who's feeling up for the report?
I'll do it.
Uh-oh.
No, so you obviously know we went off, into the wastes. First encounter we had was a young mage, elf mage. He was very young for his race. Hadn't taken his test yet, but he was very helpful. He'd been doing some research in the areas, asked us to do a bit of investigating, triangulating, and he might be able to point us in the direction of the City of Lost Names. So we proceeded to do so. One of the places he asked us to scout out was Red Dragon Army camp, and we caused some mayhem in there, which was pleasant. Then we met up with Dalamar. He told us what he said he'd tell us. He gave us the location of the City of Lost Names. We went, discovered what was going on. We tried to destroy the flight mechanism, and we were partially successful. Well, there's a lot less flying of it than there was going to be. And that's apart from Lord Soth. I don't know if we mentioned him before, using, I can't remember what it was. Tom, what was it?
Fire.
Cataclysmic fire. Yeah. In order to
raise the temple.
Rise the temple. The temple is heading this way. We're going to try and get to it as soon as possible and do what we can. But if it gets over the city, it's going to be over. The Draconians are just going to parachute in on their wings, and we've seen what they can do. It's going to be over. And now just to leave it to the others if you've got any more details to add.
We've done as much damage to the army as you could expect.
We have done some damage to the army.
Back up, but they're still quite large in number. The way the plan appears is they're going to use the city to transport the army here, and they're either going to use it to launch from, or they're going to recreate what happened millennia ago and crash the bloody thing into your city. We don't know which way they're going to go yet. We also had dealing with the Silver Nesty Elves, related to the mage that we met. I made friends with the Dragon Owl.
He certainly did.
On a more somber note, it's worth noting that Sylvanost has been abandoned after attack from another
Yeah, we
dragon.
learned. Yeah.
Dragon army, and in fact, there are 4 dragon
Green.
armies. 3. I thought
Green.
there were 4. Oh, green. Sorry. Yeah,
Was it green or blue?
Green.
That attacked up. It was green.
Sylvanost.
Actually, I'm telling you that I can't actually remember it is. I was thinking about the books when. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It was a dragon. Yeah, it might have been blue actually.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned it. Anyway, so you've identified. The important point that I'm going to sort of come back to is as Arthas has sort of mentioned flying something or other, and then you've hammered it home with the cataclysmic fire raising the city. And then specifically the temple, there's Thren's eyes go wide, and she looks. She's lost her steel now. She's sat there. She leans forwards with her hands on the desk, and she looks at Vendry, and she's visibly scared. And she looks back to you and says, "Flying. How? So, is there just how many?
It's pre-cataclysm technology. We don't fully understand it. There's a lot of magic related to it beyond even my knowledge or understanding, and it's related to the dragons of old in some capacity. I wouldn't get too bogged down in the details of the how. Just accept that it does exist. They've managed to get it working again, and it's on its way here, carrying the army with it.
Or some of the army. We don't know that the
But, yeah.
temple would hold an entire army, but it would still be enough. Draconians from a heightened position is a dangerous adversary, to be sure.
Okay. So she looks back towards Vendry. Sorry, is someone going to say something?
Yeah. While all this is going on, Dave, I mean, is Bakaris distracted? Can I?
He's left. He's had to get. You've already kicked him out.
Moot.
And I'm a little bit disappointed now that you did, because I was intrigued to always intrigued to figure out what you're about, Johnson.
Get the Kender in the harness. Don't let him go anywhere.
What you need is a little heart and a big Johnson.
What you need is a Kender harness +3. So what Vendry now is she's going to nod towards Governor Thren, and she's going to say, "Peace, Governor. These gentlemen, we've had this discussion, and I know you've had similar discussions with Lord Bakaris, but you can trust these 4. They are the single most effective force that we have. Gentlemen, thank you for your report. That is the highest compliment that I've ever paid anyone under my command. Don't get used to it. The situation report from our end is not good. The Dragon Army forces seem to have consolidated around the ruins of Vogler. They haven't ventured any closer to the city, and now I know why. Tell me, one piece of information that you haven't informed yet. Do we have any timeline as to when this flying temple will arrive?
We did, and I've forgotten what it was.
No, because it hadn't moved when we left, had it?
They were embarking the rest of the
What would be our best
Dragon
guess?
forces.
I thought we had tried to calculate it. Maybe not.
I feel like we might have done, to be fair. Now Mark said it. We might have done a rough calculation. No, we were working out how long it would take us to get back, weren't we?
Yeah.
You'd figured out that it might possibly take a week or so to consolidate the Dragon Army forces onto the Citadel itself, and then you've not actually seen it move very far, so you don't know how fast it's going to go. So the short answer is you're unsure.
Not sure. Fair play.
One piece of good news, Marshall, is that Darrett has survived. He has about half of his forces, and he's in our wake.
Wonderful. Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully
They'll
Paladin,
be seasoned veterans now as well.
Paladin and Habakkuk will see him safely back to our shore. In the meantime, gentlemen, if there isn't anything else to report, I will leave you to your devices. I would ask that you stay now within the city.
Well, that means we can't go to the Citadel if we stay in the city. What's the plan? Didn't we say
there isn't one? No, so we had a plan. That they don't have a plan, and at the minute, if they're considering us to be their greatest asset to fight the invasion, at this point in time, because we've just basically gone, the fucking Nazis are knocking on the bastard door. They're going to want to keep us here at home for now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what do we do?
I think we need to give them some time.
Where's Andy gone? Has he disappeared again?
Yeah. Waiting for a text message.
I think we need to give them some time to process, don't we, really? Because we've just dumped a megaton of shite.
Well, I thought what we'd planned was to go back, try and get back on board the Citadel and do more damage. But
I mean, we can have a discussion with them if
we
you
can't
want.
do that
I think it'll be a flat no.
Yeah. So, what about Vogler? Shouldn't we see if we can do anything about the forces up there?
Well, let's dismiss you from Marshal Vendry from the council chamber, and you can go back to Scalebane Manor at the seafront.
Yeah.
And have your conflab while we try and figure out where Johnson's.
Great steak and onions, Dave, and boiled potatoes, and it's really nice.
Yes, that is.
My nan used to do amazing braised steak and onions with uber thick gravy. It was amazing.
Also, just as a point of order, the Dragonlance is well wrapped and well covered.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't want to be announcing that to the wrong people.
Technical difficulties.
Didn't any of them remark, Dave, on how spiffing we all look compared to when we left?
You get a few admiring looks from the Kalaman guards as you walk.
Tom's the best looking of us at the moment with his what colour is it? Is it blue or green or red? What colour is
blue dragon armor?
Yeah,
blue
bronze dragon armor. Yeah.
I assumed it was blue because it's resistant to lightning, and that's what blue sometimes is. But no, bronze.
It is. It's but both blue and bronze are resistant to lightning. Oh, Johnson, what's happened to him? If I on my screen, if I move that way, I can just about see my face. That's disturbing.
Oh.
Well, I think what's happened is Leggit's just disappeared to go and do something awful to the guards.
Have a little poo in the corner. That's
so
what
if
he does.
He won't mind if we push the story forwards a little bit. So you're back to the city now, and what you've spotted is sort of run of the mill business in the city. It's become more tense. You can spot now signs of there's a few businesses that are boarded up. There's weapon shops that say sold out. Sorry, but there are other signs as well. There's baker shops so just handing out bread left, right, and centre to anyone that wants it. You do hear from the guards, some friends that you've made at the guard house, that refugees are piling in from all outlying areas, and the city is as busy as ever. You're aware of the fact that you've been told to stay in the city, so we'll take it to perhaps a day or two after your meeting, when a guard again that you'd been friendly with, it's perhaps the fella that used to surreptitiously do the Jerboa salute towards Arthas as you were walking past. He approaches you surreptitiously, and he'll say, "Gents, and we need your help at the trade gate, the west gate. There's a captain there I'm not sure what's happening. He is my superior. I'm going above his head, but he's closed the gates to the refugees. Oh, it's not right. It's not fair. I wondered if you'd check into it. It's
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have a
I'll
look.
return to duty. I'll see you there. So he sort of trots off, goes back to the trade gate.
Strap on my silvered longsword.
Here we go. Here's a text message.
Laptop has just crashed.
Laptop has just crashed.
Look at my horse is amazing. Give it
Get it out your system, Mark.
Yep. Sorry.
So as yeah, I'm just going to keep pushing forwards, chaps, because we're not going to get a game otherwise, are we?
Horse.
So as you get towards the portcullis at the trade gate, it has been lowered. There's dozens of anxious civilians gathered outside, banging on the gate and pleading for entry. Inside the gate, Kalaman soldiers stand with spears ready, nervously eyeing the gate and their stern-looking captain, as he is marching backwards and forwards, as he's sort of staying steady, lads. No one gets through. This is our gate to defend. For Kalaman. And then there's a, for Kalaman. What do you want to do?
Who's in charge here?
What's going on?
So the fella that's walking backwards and forwards stops, turns, spear at the ready, and then as he spots you guys, snaps his heels together, salutes and says, Captain Nonhelm, sir?
And whose orders has this gate been closed?
My orders, sir, for the defence of the city.
What's happening? Why?
Who are you defending it from? Women and bloody children?
The enemy, sir. He starts to look a little bit nervous, and you can see his men shuffling behind him.
What enemy?
The enemy. We know that these draconians, they can take the form of people they kill.
No.
Now they can't. Don't worry about it. Open the gate.
No, that is categorically untrue.
Oh, we have killed at least one of each kind because we were told so by this really scary frog thing.
Too much information.
He wanted to eat.
So many questions.
You've
you don't want to know
confused him
anymore.
with this.
But trust us.
Arthas,
They can't
Arthas,
do that. They're just
Arthas,
people.
stop.
They're just people. You'll know the draconians when they come. They've got wings.
We have not met a type of draconian yet that can transform themselves into people. You have nothing to fear from these civilians. Open the gate.
Okay. He's sort of looking over you all, and he'll say, okay, sir. We'll do, sir. I must submit this report to my superior, though.
That's fine.
Who's your superior?
I report to... he mentions a name who's superior, but then he will mention the chain of command that does eventually lead to Marshal Vendry.
Oh,
No, it's Vendry. It's Vendry.
That was my fear. You're going to go, oh, it's Picard. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. So I'll move that on.
Follow full procedure, and I expect you to submit your report.
Sir, smart salute. He'll say,
back.
yeah, okay. Incidentally, metagaming, Civac Draconians can change form.
Oh no! I didn't realise they could.
Can you remember when you've killed them before? They revert back to the form that they last were, and they start screaming.
Oh no! We've just given them false information.
Don't worry.
Don't we officially have a rank?
Yes, you're kind of
Not in the
lieutenants.
street.
Yeah, strictly speaking, you don't outrank the captain, but given your reputation and everything that you've been through, in fact, I would probably award you a a field commission from Vendry after all your exploits. So you know, I'm not a military man, Sam, because captain is officer, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Lieutenant is as well. Lieutenant's bottom of the chain. Captain.
the ensign's bottom.
They tend to say your captain is your last real point of leading troops, because once you go sort of major and above, you're in bigger picture mode. You know, you're dealing with.
Right.
I mean, especially in this sort of situation, if you were doing that sort of way, majors, you know, once you get to major, you're talking hundreds of blokes. You know, you're not standing there with your blokes like a captain would. Captain, I would say, is probably your last point of true command, if that makes sense.
It does.
Standing rather than being at the back.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So as you're having this discussion and moving away, and discussing amongst yourselves that the Civac Draconians do actually change form if they want to. It will be
we'll tell him that one can't. The Civacs, are they the gold ones?
silver.
Silver, yeah. No, we haven't seen many of them, have we?
Not really. No, we haven't had a chance to properly get into the fact that they can change form yet. You did meet one Wheel Watch outpost, if I remember rightly, but not to worry.
Yeah. So we'll fill him in on the correct details. So they could theoretically be the silvery looking ones, but they appear so far to be quite rare. So we're probably best off hanging around a bit just to vet the people coming in. Make sure
everyone files through now, and they genuinely look pleased that you've let them in. There's war outside, so being inside the city and as far as the populace is concerned is better than outside. As you're doing this, you would have. I'll sort of move the narrative to you've gone to the top of the gate to look out over the city and the surrounding areas. And it would be Arthas that notices a flying figure in the distance coming closer to you. And as it gets closer, as you're able to make out a little bit more, you can see it's a Dragonel. And it seems to have 2 passengers. The Dragonel it's coppery skinned, and it doesn't seem to be displaying any colours of Dragon Army forces, and it's heading towards the city. No one else seems to have noticed it. What do you want to do?
I'm going to pull out my spyglass
Oh,
that we've had all this time.
I'm going to cheat at D&D. Right.
yeah. Tom, you haven't got a spyglass, have you?
I have. No, right? It's because I remember I asked if we could borrow one from Kalaman stores when we went out on our first mission for them, when we went out to scout out the army.
I
never gave it back.
We borrowed all the garden tools as well.
But I promised I wouldn't sell it because it's worth 1,000 gold.
Yeah. So Tom does indeed look through his spyglass. Do we recognise the passengers, or does Tom recognise the passengers?
So let's just make sure Andy's back. Is everything good?
For now.
Yeah.
If not.
So you can't actually, because the figure is moving too quickly, but you don't see. Just to recap, Andy, is you've forestalled trouble at the gate. You've let refugees in. Arthas has just seen a Dragonel carrying 2 passengers, and Tom's cheated at D&D by having a spyglass that I'd totally forgotten about. But they're moving that quickly that you can't actually make out who's on it, but you don't see Dragon Army colours.
Just tell the other soldiers if there's any around us.
We could mount the rock. We meet it in the sky.
Yeah.
Kalaman Air Force.
If we want to convince Vendry of our going out to meet the Temple of Takesis, we need to keep as much distance on that rock as we can.
Dude, we're going to use like a mile at most.
But that
We've got 84 miles in the tank.
Look at that smile on Dave's face. Right?
We could have a Dragonel. We could have a pet Dragonel.
Look at the smile and tell me he's not planning to make us be a mile short of that fucking temple.
He's not Troy.
So make a perception for me, Tom.
Sure.
Ooh, I like a baboon.
Perception.
I'll add a D4.
The D4.
Oh,
So
Oh
come
my-
on, big numbers.
boom. Ah.
17.
17, Dave.
Okay, you can see on the back of this Dragonel, you can see the two figures. One seems to be wearing sort of rough and rugged clothes, and the other one seems to be wearing armor. But it's not Dragon Army colours.
Anyone got a cantrip or anything you can message or anything like that? I haven't got any sausages. You see.
I don't. Unless
I'm thinking.
Andy, have you not got some sort of message sending?
I'm going to quickly
Have a
excite
look.
the plebeians because I've got crisps in there.
I mean,
I've got
do it like
message.
being-
120 feet though.
We haven't heard from Cook in
Right.
a while.
Point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. The target, and only the target, hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Oh.
It's 120 feet off it.
It's moving quite quickly. 120 feet would be nothing for
Yeah.
this.
I've got.
Yeah.
I've got. The only thing I was thinking is like if we're approaching on the rock, is obviously I've got invisibility at a level 4. I can cast invisibility on the party minus the rock to make it a little bit more sort of inconspicuous. There's a whole party approaching. If we wanted to be a little bit more stealthy on our approach.
What do we think?
Oh yeah!
I think if we want to try and encounter them outside the city, we're probably gonna have to jump on the rock. As much as I loathe to do it.
Love on the rock ain't no big surprise.
Because it could obviously just be it. You know, it's fair to say that the Dragon Army might have
Oh.
mages, so they may have just cast Sky Self, or
Yeah,
other magic
Alex,
use.
I think it's worth us meeting them outside the city.
Yeah.
And the only way we're going to do that is in the sky, realistically.
Yeah.
To the rock!
Right, so the rock plummets to your location. You jump on, and you manage to speed off. As you take to the air, this Dragonel is getting a lot closer. As you're speeding towards it, the armored figure starts waving. And as you get closer, you can see now that it's Darrett with Clistron on the back of this Dragonel.
Yay!
Oh,
As
we ain't got
they
a shout then.
No. As
No,
they
what's going on?
Well, he hasn't got the Fargab with him, and he'll point towards a part of the city that you see the Dragonel start to bank towards, as if it's going to land. I'm just going to shout at
not
Johnson.
cool.
Are you still there, Andy?
Oh,
Oh no. Let's continue.
I am.
Oh, he's no, he's gone. No.
Best hurry up.
Oh,
and
he's
sort the
back.
spare tech out.
He's back. He's back.
Best to rip and sort what out?
So I've got enough components that minus some fans and a power supply, which I'm willing to purchase, will have a spare PC for tech issues.
I see.
We still find my monitor. That's the only thing.
I've got my old
I've got
PC in the
to
garage still, Tom. I need to bring it to yours, really, mate. See what you can salvage from it.
Probably everything, because it still worked, didn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
It's probably still a working PC. So
yeah. Let me continue. We'll catch him up again. It's such a shame. So on a broken stone buttress jutting from the ancient tower wall perches an exhausted dragonel, its coppery scales glimmering in the sunlight. Two figures tend the dragonel, one in rugged leather, the other wearing the armour of a knight of Solamnia, as both Darrett and Clistron, looking really pleased with themselves, walk over to you.
Going on.
Do we recognise this dragonel by chance?
Yep. This is the dragonel that you rescued on the outskirts of Kalaman. This is the dragonel. Yep. This is the dragonel that you shouted at and became friends with at the Dragonel Spire.
Because that's how Nordan makes friends. He shouts at people until they're his friend.
Are you going to be my friend? Yeah. So it's kind of Clistron out of the two of them. Darrett's a little bit more reserved, but the two of them just shit-eating grin, I believe the expression is. So. But Clistron will say, well, howdy there, gents. How do you like?
So many questions. So many. Like, when do I get a turn?
Go for it. Go for it.
To ride the dragonel.
Can you ride it?
That's what I mean. I want a turn.
This
is my friend. This is my dragonel friend.
So Clistron is, as you walk over, the dragonel is exhausted, just purely exhausted. As Clistron will say, this here fella has found me in the wilderness and picked me up and allowed me to ride him. I do have some stories to tell. Go on, Sam.
Does it respond to me being nearby?
Yeah, it does. It's as it sort of settles, it has this purr where all of its scales seem to shimmer and ripple, but it's content when you're near to it. If Johnson goes anywhere near it, it gets a little bit aggro. But
I think the Lauren would sort of, touch the scales and, as you would, like a horse, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
Who does, Sam?
Stroke it in some capacity. Yeah.
So Darrett sort of takes over at this point. He'll say, Clistron will say that the dragonel found him and it was instantly friendly and allowed him to get on, which is where he found Darrett and the rest of the forces. Clistron introduced himself, which is when Darrett takes over because I don't want to do any accents this evening. Darrett will say, we've done some scouting. We got as close to the Flying Citadel as we dared. It is swarming with undead dragons and Soth and all of the dragon army forces. A full frontal assault is suicide. However, as we were flying around, we had one more pass at the dead of night, and the cataclysmic, this fire, this purple glow, seems to be emanating from caves underneath. We believe there's a cave system at the bottom and the foundations of the citadel that, if there's an appropriate distraction, a small force could infiltrate and hopefully bring it down. Big damn heroes.
That sounds like us.
Big damn heroes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, Clistron will pick up again and says that This mighty beast of yours is too big to be. There's no way unless you're able to disguise it or conceal it in some way. But I may be able to find some. Apparently, I'm doing accents. I may be able to find some more of this here critter's kin.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. What we're saying is the rock's too big, but we get to fly like a squadron of dragon elves in.
That would be.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Fuck me, I'm game.
Oh no!
This is like the person slinger all over again.
Yeah.
This shit's happening. Darrett will take up the sort of narrative now, and he'll say, "Well, it needs to be a distraction, and there's only one distraction ahead of us that will accomplish this.
Leave my
That is the
bottom out of
siege
it.
of Kalaman.
Oh shit!
How
We've got to go
else?
speak to the marshal.
Yeah, we can't separate the forces. We need everyone behind the walls to defend the city, defend the people. The only way there's going to be a successful distraction this time is for them to come to us.
We need to speak to the marshal. We need to get the marshal and the governor in a room again.
And with you
With
being returned, you need to
these two.
report. Looking at Darrett.
Okay, agreed. Darrett turns to Clister and turns back to you. So I would suggest, gentlemen, that we send Clistron back with our new friend here, and he pats the Dragonel to see if he can recover more of his kind. And hopefully we'll hear from him in the not too distant future when the time is right. Agreed?
Yeah, but
Well, I shall do all that I can.
no.
Go with blessing of Paladin, my friend.
Thank you kindly. Thank you, Tom. You allowed me to say thank you kindly. Enjoyed it. So we'll catch Andy up with all of this. We've got no choice, is it? We've still got at least an hour left to play. This is going to be unfortunate, isn't it? So let's go back to Marshal Vendry with Darrett in tow.
Are we
Did you
reporting
want-
directly to just him?
Say again, sorry.
Are we just reporting directly to him?
To Vendry?
Yeah.
To her?
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's
Vicaris, it's because I keep thinking I don't want to speak to him being Lord Vicaris. I keep
Oh, we might have an
stumbling
Andy.
over that one.
Come
I
on.
might have an Andy.
You never know when the nibbles could strike.
Bated breath. Right. In terms of an interlude, Mark, we do not need you singing the theme tune to Coronation Street.
You love it.
What, Coronation Street?
No,
Do
my rendition.
Well, do I? That's a negatory to both. Oh, is he back?
Well, he's unmuted himself. Are we right just second into it for 2 seconds just while I go get a drink, Dave?
Yeah,
Mm,
go
right,
for it,
right,
mate. It's just going to be one of those games tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, I won't be long.
Is his laptop finally giving up the ghost, or is it just having an issue at the minute?
Well, he said he needed. Hold on, I'll tell you. Because he put it on the WhatsApp group, didn't he? I think he said their short laptop is taking an age to come to life, which isn't a good sign. And then he had to update Map Tool, but that took him less time than it usually does, but now he's crashed twice.
He's been having issues with this laptop on and off, hasn't he?
Yeah. I know, we work for the NHS. It's not like we could just throw money at technology, is it?
No.
Mm.
Well, the laptop I use is only because I got the grant for my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So I took that money and bought a laptop because I knew I'd use it for my degree.
Yeah.
Oh, he Jabba the Hutt.
So, yeah, I'd say I've got a solution. It's fine.
What do you mean?
I've got most of a spare PC here, so I'll just get a cheap power supply, which will only need a cheap one.
Okay. Well, I've got one. Well, are you in tomorrow?
You can have this.
Are you home tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm off for 4 days now, mate. So
I'll nip over tomorrow and bring the old one if you're.
But are you not planning on using your old PC as a media slave? Because this is literally going to sit and gather dust. That's why I'm willing to give it away.
Well, same for me. It's been in the garage for ages, and I don't know what a media slave is. It sounds brutal. It sounds.
No,
I mean, this is England. Don't forget, you step on this country, you're not a slave. That's how England works.
It does.
I thought you were going to use it for media stuff downstairs. Like,
oh, got you. No. I've got no. I'll bring it tomorrow.
in which case, that's a whole working PC, Dave. I don't need to do anything to that.
Unless you upgrade it with any bits, if you've got a better bit,
Yeah, it's quite old.
just bump it up a bit.
I just
there we go.
all I need for this, and this is relatively all right. I have my old 1060 in it from Sammy's PC because she had a new graphics card. All I need is some case fans and a power supply.
Dear, his exact response is, "Sorry, boys, the Mac is just utter shit at the moment. Looking at a new PC as we speak." Sam's already on it. This is weird. I'm talking to you on Discord, and I can see when the dots arise.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them because obviously what I give him will have a question mark over its lifetime. That process is 7 years old. The graphics card's older than that. But if it just sorts him in the meantime, it doesn't matter. But the only thing is, he needs a monitor. It's one thing I've got two, but it's one of them, like, the things I'm not really willing to give away because Sammy should have one of these, really. But
He's so questionable, but don't forget Jackson is still playing games on my old PC.
yeah, there's a question. I said there's a question mark on the age of it. That's all I'm saying.
I've just had to
I mean,
download Destiny 2.
That 1060 and all that run DayZ, that run Valheim. Been doing it for Sammy, no problem. So it's not shit. It's just, they're all of questionable age at this point. That's all. And I'll re-thermal paste it all once I've got everything I need into the new case. But
Bit of thermal paste.
I'm wondering what to do, gents, now, though, in terms of tonight.
Have we got another one in, Dave?
We have, yeah. I think. Oh god, this is the shortest game we've ever had. Probably not the shittest. It's probably just the shortest. I've. Oh, hello.
Oh.
We have. I did want to discuss with you. I've hijacked one. There was the 7th of August. Was down as Pathfinder, but Lars is at work, so I've nicked it for Dragonlance, and we've got 7th, 11th, and 17th potentially next month. We need. We've got a holiday season coming up, haven't we? So we haven't got another Dragonlance this month. I'm away 21st. Sam's away 26th.
So yeah,
Johnson's away 30th. No, he's gone.
I know we say like let's push on, but I also feel bad because he's not here. He's one of us, doesn't he? He's part of the.
We've never gone ahead with a session without all of us here, so it's we'll right. What I'll end with is Vendry's on board. She is. In fact, give me an insight check if you wouldn't mind. And I'm going to have to look on the thingamajig. You have a group insight for the rest of you that are still on. So 15, 23, and
Finish strong. Finish strong.
Finish strong, Mark. 12 is reasonable enough. She doesn't. She's a marshal. She is in command. But there's doubt in her eyes and fear. Go on, Tom.
Is it just her, and Darrett in the room when we have this conversation?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to show the Dragonlance.
Right, okay. Nice.
And that's not a euphemism for something either.
Here's my.
Would you like to polish its tip? Leave it. Spent far too much time with Downing for that kind of. So she bolsters with this, and she'll say, "Listen, I wasn't lying when I said you guys are the best bet, the best force that we have. Whatever you need, whatever you want, I will still ask you to remain in the city. We will use the invasion of our city as the decoy for you to do what you need to do. In the meantime, I would ask if you stay in the city and put out as many fires as you can. Be seen." She looks towards Kelevendros and she will say, "Wear that with pride."
Right, a hole. I want to pick up 2 hand axes, Dave.
Sure. She'll turn towards Nordan and she'll say, "Strut like you've never strutted before."
Oh, I don't need talent.
she'll turn. Oh, it's a shame. She'll turn to Leggit and say, "Tweak your nipples like you've never tweaked them." And then she'll just give Arthas the Jabot salute.
Yeah, which I shall return.
Okay, so we'll finish this short session there, but we'll continue with.
That's when Andy's.
Yeah. No, the next session. Oh, I don't. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. We'll finish it there, gents. Let me turn the recording off. If you have watched and you want to see us finish this campaign, please do. Also, if you just, I know we've got a friend in America, Jason, who comments regularly. He's playing along with his friends as well. But it's nice if you drop us a comment. Just let us know in the world where you are. If you do watch it.
All you got to do is just say, "Watching from."
Yeah. Otherwise, I might have to burp and blow it at you, and that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's not going to be pleasant.
Yeah, we're never gonna have this as a business option, are we? No. Right.
Depends
cheers.
if we have sort of varying men's toiletries as merch, then we could possibly do a favour to the gaming community as a whole. Because let's be fair, when you go into these gaming places, people really smell. You never know.
For a second, I thought you were going to volunteer to have your face imprinted on toilet roll, Mark, to be honest.
If it was going to sell, I'd be up for it.
Mate, I'm not wiping my arse with that.
On which note, I might go watch Hawk the Slayer before bed, which I wouldn't have had time for before.
Quality film. Right,